Alright, September 8th, 11:43 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 1. Amnesia? I can't believe my lawyer's trying to defend me in such a state. Why didn't you tell me, sir? I'm sorry, I didn't mention it to you. I didn't mention it to you. Oh, I know what to do. I heard you can fix something like this with a really strong shock to your system. Come on, lower your head a little. A Maggie kick should be all you need. No. I think I'll pass on this one. Come on! I'm sorry. Whenever I see someone in trouble, it's hard. I have a hard time leaving them alone. I tend to stick my nose where it doesn't belong and try to tackle everyone's problems. Well, my head's one problem you won't be tackling today. Well, we're here to solve your problem first. We can deal with mine later. For now, do you think you can fill me in on a few things? Ow. Of course, I'd be honored to. Well, I guess we'll start with my name and then I can tell you about me. No, that's okay, really. I think I know you and your name pretty well by now. I was wondering if you can help me figure out a few things about myself. So, my name is Phoenix Wright. What a weird name. This is serious. You really don't remember. Hang on. I just gotta lower this just a little. There we go. I'll tell you what, sir. You can have this back, and maybe it'll help. This is a business card. I got this from you, my most prized possession. Seriously, you gotta have more stuff. You can borrow it for now, but please give it back, okay? Okay. There's some numbers written on the back. Oh, that's your cell phone number. Alright, it's my business card. I handwrote my cell phone number on the back. I guess for now we should stop talking about me and start talking about this case. This case? Yep. Can you think of anything that would be helpful for me to know? What can I tell you? I can't think of anything other than the incident with that cell phone, but... Cell phone? Yeah, your eyes lit up when we talked about it at the detention center. Do I remember something? Hurry up and tell me. This might be very important. Ow. Okay, Roger. Alright. It was on the day of the crime, before 6 p.m. I picked up a lost cell phone while on a walk with Dustin. All of a sudden, the phone began to ring. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Oh, is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give this back. Oh, I'll be right there. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. Oh, you can call me Maggie. Hey, the Blue Badger. Y'all remember him? We agreed to meet up at 6 p.m. Dustin and I waited for the person to show up, but they never did. So, where's this phone you found? I gave it to you yesterday. To me? Is that a phone in my pocket? You mean this? Do you think it has anything to do with the murder? I don't really know, but if my eyes lit up... Yeah! You were here all along! You're so mean! Maya! Yay! Maya's back! I called you a million times, but you wouldn't pick up. And when I went to check the courtroom, everyone had already left. Now who the heck is this? Let me guess, I'm supposed to know this girl too. People who are just getting into Phoenix right now are just like, who is she? Is she important? Oh, hey, good morning, Maggie. And good morning to you, Maya. So, how's it going? I have amnesia! And not the dark descent kind. Is there a word for worse than abysmal? Oh? What if I said that everything will be fine? You don't know how wrong you friggin' are. That's right, it's Maya to the rescue with the ultra-decisive super important evidence. Here you are, Nick, the thing you wanted me to bring. Thanks. What the heck is this? A list? It's about 20 people's names and phone numbers written on it. It was kind of tough, but I managed to dig up some dirt. It looks like these guys are up to no good. No good? As in, there's a group of con artists that the police are currently investigating. I think these guys are members of that group. Alright, number list added to the court record, list of unfamiliar names, phone numbers, members of a con artist group? Why would a group of con artists pop up in a case like this? Don't look at me! And where did you get this list from in the first place? What? Don't you remember, Nick? You're the one who asked me to look this up yesterday! Oh, is that right? These numbers were in the memory of that phone Maggie found. So that's where they're from. You're awfully forgetful these days, Nick. I hope I never get to be a forgetful old prune like you. Actually, Mr. Wright, recess is over now. Please bring the defendant and return to the courtroom immediately. Oops. I guess you have to get going. We can talk about you being old later, Nick. Wish us luck. I guess I'll have all the pieces for now, more or less. All that's left is to put it all together. I'm not gonna lose this. I can't. Come on, Nick. Better get a move on. Yeah. Alright, September 8th, 11:54 a.m. District Court Defendant. Court Room Direct Court. You know what? Fuck it. Court will now reconvene. Please call your next witness to the stand, Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. But before I do, I may ask a few words. What is it, Mr. Payne? It's about the next witness. He has a tendency to say things that rub people the wrong way, you see. So I asked that the court might be a little lenient on him. There's no need to give a preface. Just hurry up and call your witness, please. Yes, Your Honor. The prosecution calls its next witness a drifter who was taking a walk in the park on the day of the murder. Please state your name for the court, witness. Before I do, I'd like to clarify something. Huh? Alright, go ahead. Just now, you introduced my wonderful self to the court, correct? Perhaps as a drifter who is taking a walk. Did I? But I will not stand for that. Now you've tainted the court's eyes and colored me wrongly by saying you went for a walk. Everything in my life was utmost highest grade on the. I can't read anything, guys. I'm sorry. I can't narrate his voice at that speed. Yes, I understand. I'm very sorry. I will be more careful from now on. What is he? A human chatterbox? I have to question him. Fashion, cars, women, glasses, and of course university. First rates only need apply. Oh, he's a pompous a-hole. Glasses? But you aren't wearing glasses. Does it mean like sunglasses, like Gucci? That's enough. Your name, witness. Is that how you want to play this? Using your power and influence to keep the young people down. I see how you work now. You old people and your dirty tricks. You had me, but you were wrong. I'm sorry, it won't happen again. Oh man. I forgive you. Alright, I suppose I can tell you my name. You have to. I'm Richard Wellington, a drifting virtuoso, with a PhD in drifting, as it were. If you wanted to, I could let you call me university student in transit. Ahem. Mr. Wellington, on the day of the murder, you were strolling through the park, correct? It would appear that you were attached to that word. If you must, then by all means. But I remind you that I am in no way a prepubescent boy out on a walk with mommy. If you must know it. Anyway, please testify to the court what you were doing during this walk. See, you said it again, taking a walk. You know you... Well, what you witness will do, Mr. Wellington. I was at the park all afternoon, deep in thought about my life situation. I don't remember the time that well, but I do believe it was past 6 p.m. All of a sudden, a police officer falls above right in front of my eyes. Without a thought, I looked up, and there I met the eyes of a charming young lady. Of course I remember her sweet face. It was that of the pretty defendant there. The only thing I saw was the banana that fell with the police officer. Banana? That was certainly a decisive testimony. Decisive? Nick, did you hear what he just said? Yeah. That's all you have to say? How can you be so calm? It's strange. My mind's very calm and clear. Maybe it's because I believe in my client? You mean Maggie? Yeah, and if she really is innocent, then that can only mean one thing. That guy's lying! Like a bozo! You may now question the witness, Mr. Wright. I'll find out the truth no matter how well you craft your lies. Alright, what I saw that day. So automatically I know it's the bananas thing that came out. I was at the park all afternoon, deep in thought about my life situation. I don't remember the time all that well, but I do believe it was past 6 p.m. All of a sudden, a police officer fell before my eyes. Looked up and I saw the pretty lady, the defendant, the bananas. Well, it was actually more than just one, more like a bunch of bananas. Now, what would a bunch of bananas be doing there? And why would I know such a thing? I'm only telling you what I saw. That's strange. Maggie never mentioned anything about a bunch of bananas. That's it, Nick. He's gotta be lying about the bananas. Alright. Well, maybe he thought he was seeing one thing and it turned out it was something else? If he mistook something else for a bunch of bananas, then that would be an inaccuracy. Think, Venus, think. Alright, so... Alright, yeah, so we know... Alright, so... Oh, you mean these bananas? Take that! Mr. Wellington, I believe I have the bananas you saw right here. Gwen Stefani just comes around the corner and is like, did someone call me? Ah, so you knew about the bananas too. Why didn't you say so earlier? But don't think you can use this as a way to pull more information out of me. And that's where you'd be wrong. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Isn't that the baseball glove? Huh? What? A baseball glove? It doesn't look look delicious? Care for a bite? It's very chewy and rubbery. That's not... It's not... No! Your Honor, I think this proves one very important fact. The witness loves bananas, has bad eyesight, knows nothing about baseball. By the way, just how bad are your eyes? Huh? How? What? You? Why are you asking me this all of a sudden? Your Honor, it's very simple to mistake a glove for a bunch of bananas. No, I don't think so. Objection overruled. You're one of those people. Yes, I know what I mean. You're like those people who refuse to... what? Again, I can't read that fast, sorry. That is why I asked you how bad your eyesight is. They're both 2200. I suppose you're going to tell me that's terrible, right? Why are you not wearing your glasses today, then? That's because I lost them recently, you see. Of course, I was planning on getting a new pair made right away. But, you know, my glasses are no ordinary glasses, so to replace them... How about when you witnessed the crime? Were you wearing your glasses then? Duh! How about it, witness? You're an unrelenting evil man. You're like those people who saw Joan of Arc. She was very courageous, horrible, something about Joan of Arc. Which boils down to you were not wearing your glasses at the time. Therefore, the identity of the woman at the scene of the crime and that of the defendant cannot be proven to be by the same witness. But the height difference was only 9 feet. It was very possible for him to see the face of the culprit standing on the upper path. Witness, please be more accurate in your testimony. Remember, a person's life is at stake. Yes, Your Honor. Now then, please continue with your testimony. Please tell the court what happened next in the moments after you witnessed the crime. Alright, what happened next? The girl on the upper path ran away as soon as she realized I was there. After that, I immediately called the police station to report the crime. It must have been 6:45 p.m. when I made the call. They must have a lot of free time on their hands, since they showed up within 10 minutes. So the person who was at the upper path saw you and then ran away? Yes, that is correct. Which is why even someone without a superior brain like mine can understand that. That girl is the murderer! You may question the witness now, Mr. Wright. Alright, let's see what we got. Alright, so the girl on the upper path realized right away as soon as I realized she was there. I'm not going to present anything, I'm just going to look through my evidence real quick. Alright, so found cell phone, time of death was 6:28 p.m. Caused broken neck, body also covered in bruises. Glasses found under the victim's body, so it's his glasses probably. Crime photo number 1. Crime photo number 2. Can't look at that for whatever reason. List of con artist. So let's see. Ran away as soon as she realized I was there. Immediately called the police station. Alright. How'd you know what time it was? That detective told me. You know which one I mean. The one with the jacket that makes him look like a dropout from a no-name high school. Hey pal, I graduated pretty good. I mean, at top-ranked college. I don't believe this. It doesn't matter. I don't believe I was mistaken on what time I called. And if I'm wrong, then that detective obviously doesn't know how to tell time. Hey, what? You're just some lousy kid who... I think the court can see your point. Anyway, how did the police respond? Must have taken a lot of time. They showed up within 10 minutes. Okay. So you're saying that there were police on the scene by 7 p.m. They got there before that, I think. There usually aren't many people in that area at that time of the day. But suddenly, before I knew it, there were police crawling all over, gawking. It certainly says something about the morals of the people of this country. Can't find anything out of ordinary in his testimony. Why don't you take one more look at the court record? Okay. Alright, so let's see. I made a call 6:45 p.m. when I made the call. Okay, so if it was 6:45 when he made the call, and the time of death was 6:28 p.m., that would mean that would have meant that the cops were there before that. So, I mean, I'm pretty good in terms of health, like how many strikes I can have. So I could probably take a chance on that. But let's see. I'm gonna go out on a limb and try this. Oh, first try. Mr. Whittington, would you please take a look at this? You mean the victim's autopsy report? According to this, the murder occurred at 6:28 p.m. So what of it? You said that you called the police immediately after the crime took place. However, by the time you had called the police, it was already 6:45 p.m. There clearly is a 15-minute gap here. Do you deny it? Yeah. I think this court would like to hear what you were doing during this 15-minute gap. Grr. The witness was in shock at the time after witnessing a terrible murder. It's only to be expected that he would be a little dazed. 15 minutes is hardly what I would call a little dazed. I mean, if you had a guy who fell literally to death in front of you, I would imagine you'd be shaken up, but yeah. Mr. Wellington. Yes? Explain yourself. What were you doing during those 15 minutes? Answer the question. Telephone. I mean... Spit it out. I was searching for a phone booth. A phone booth? You mean you don't have a cell phone? You and your questions. As if you're trying to open all the layers of a mesh Metarisha doll. I don't know how to pronounce that. Sorry. You just think you're really something special. Witness. I lost my cell phone. There. Are you happy? You lost it. Unbelievable. You lose your glasses and your cell phone? You must be very scatterbrained when it comes to your belongings. What? What are you trying to say to a first-rate people who are never allowed to lose things? Haven't you heard of all the geniuses? Oh, damn it. He's rambling again. Thank you, Judge. Enough. Uh-oh. Oh, man, oh, man. Wait, hold a second. He lost his cell phone. Nick, that phone, could it be? You mean this phone Maggie found? There's no way. Oh boy, I didn't see this coming. Question further. Mr. Wellington, where is your cell phone right now? Heh, what are you getting all excited about? You seem to be a bit confused. I found my phone, I'll have you know. See, here it is. Oh, I see. Huh. Looks like he's got his phone. And I thought maybe this was just his... Oh no. Well, I think we've cleared this issue up. At the time of the murder, the witness did not have his cell phone because he had lost it. Therefore, the delay of his call was caused by a search for a phone booth. Well, that's the gist of it. I guess you can put it that way and leave it at that. Do you have any further questions, Mr. Wright? There is something. This is Phoenix Wright. We can make it basically BS our way into anything. Your Honor, the witness testimony does not make sense. I don't believe that there was ever a need for the witness to search for a phone booth. How dare you? You can't just make outrageous claims like that. You have some sort of proof, don't you? Possibly. Well, yeah, of course. This evidence should be good enough, I think. Alright. Let's have this proof then. Present proof. Yeah, because there's a phone booth right there. It's quite simple, actually. Please take a look at this. Look at this photograph. At the crime scene photo? Is there a problem with it? Oh, there's nothing wrong with the picture. But if you don't understand my logic after looking at it, something is wrong with you. No! It's a phone booth. That's correct. All the defendant had to do was walk 3 steps. Mr. Wellington, why did you not use the phone that was right in front of you? Order, order! Oh, what does reporting the crime a little late prove for the defense? The witness can't explain what he was doing for those 15 minutes. That is a reason enough to throw suspicion on his testimony. Yes, this is very true. But you have to say for yourself, witness. But this phone really is his, Nick. He must have killed Dustin to get his phone back. But Maggie said that she was going to return it to him. So there's no reason for him to kill for it. And on top of that, we still have the phone she found anyway. But if he wasn't looking for a cell phone, maybe he was looking for something else? Was he? Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? Do you have any thoughts you would like to share with this court? Can you offer an explanation as to what the witness was doing for those 15 minutes? Yes, I can. There's only one possible explanation. Alright, let's hear your explanation. However, be forewarned that if your explanation is not persuasive... Hang on. Hang on. Before I possibly ruin everything. You will be penalized. Think carefully before you present, Mr. Wright. Alright. I probably shouldn't have said there was only one possibility. Oh, so it's only one little one. Why didn't the witness call the police right away? So, out of all the evidence that we have, so yeah, it's probably the glasses. Yeah, I'm on a roll. Mr. Wellington. What? Don't do that. You almost gave me a heart attack. These are your glasses, aren't they? Where did you find? I believe the court all heard what you confessed to. That these glasses are in fact yours. I'll tell you where they were found, Mr. Wellington. These glasses were found under the victim's body. Under the victim's body. Order! Now, wait a second, hold on. I didn't confess or confirm anything. Your Honor, I think the answer is quite clear here. As he fell, dust imprints grabbed the culprit's glasses. The culprit knew that he had to find his glasses and searched frantically for them. What he didn't realize was that they were under the victim's body. That is why it took him 15 minutes to make that call. Mr. Wright, are you insisting that the witness was the real murderer? Of course, that is precisely what I'm doing. You going to jail. I know I'm right, because that's my last name. He's the real murderer. Did you figure it out, Nick? More or less. Turns out this cell phone was the key to this case after all. Anyway, now's our chance to deep six this guy. Phoenix, phrase it. I'll sling you in one shot. Yeah! Oh, this is so exciting watching you work again. Somehow, my old self is coming back to me. It's time to sink or swim. Everything rests on the edge of a knife. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Order! Your Honor, the defense is making a mockery of this court. Without any solid ground to stand on, he accuses the witness of being the murderer. Yeah, that's right. I'm no criminal. This the third fraud of a lawyer. In that case, why don't we look at it from a different perspective? Let's hear your explanation as to why you are not the murderer. Why? That's easy. For example, there's a name of the name the victim wrote. What about that? Oh, you mean the name Maggie? Yeah, even an idiot like you can read that, right? But we already know this was not written by the victim himself. After all, the defendant's name is Maggie with a EY and not an IE. And the victim was left-handed. In other words, in order to make the defendant look guilty, the real criminal used the victim's right hand to write her name on the ground. But wouldn't that mean the real criminal was someone the defendant knew? Otherwise, how else would that person know her name was Maggie? Maggie. That is a good point. The witness didn't even know of Miss Bird before this trial. I forgot. Is there any way this creep could have known Maggie's name beforehand? There was a way. It might be best to try to prove the witness had a chance to learn that the defendant's name was Maggie. Now the defense will please present its case. 1 second. How could the witness have known the defendant's name? Alright, she got in contact with its owner, but they never showed up. I handwrote my cell phone number on the back. List of... How could the witness have known the defendant's name? Just the phone itself, I think? That might be enough. Mr. Wellington, you didn't have your cell phone with you on the day of the murder, correct? So what if I didn't? When you realized you lost it, what did you do? What didn't I do? Didn't you try to find it by calling it? Why, how did you... Your Honor, these questions have nothing to do with... Overruled. Mr. Wright, where are you going with this line of questioning? Do you think there is some relation between the witness's cell phone and the murder? I do, Your Honor. On the day of the murder, Maggie Bird picked up a lost phone in the park. And she also received a phone call from the owner of the phone. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Oh, is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give this back. I'll be right there. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't catch your name. You can call me Maggie. That was when you learned that her name was Maggie. But you made one fatal mistake. Fatal mistake? My client's name is Maggie, but the name that was written on the ground was Maggie. This is a mistake that could only occur if all you knew was how her name sounded. Yeah. Order, order! But, Your Honor, the witness has no motive. And your point is? It's very simple, Your Honor. A person usually would not kill someone without a reason. Mr. Wellington had no reason to kill anyone. That's absolutely correct. I don't have a motive. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, can you explain what motive this witness could have had? It's all very simple, Your Honor. Are you sure, Nick? If I said I can't offer an explanation, then this trial's over, right? Yeah, absolutely this trial's over. Yeah, but... Oh, we're going into two-strike territory. Now then, please present this court the proof that the witness had a motive. Boom! Mr. Wellington's motive is right here. What is this? A list? These phone numbers were pulled from the memory of the phone the defendant found. And we have determined that the people on this list are members of a certain group. You looked up all those numbers in my internet history, you bastard! Of course! This list of phone numbers was sorted in the cell phone's memory. The names and numbers belong to people who are members of a certain con artist group. What? Con artist? Can you explain why these numbers were on your phone, Mr. Wellington? This is an outrage, an invasion of privacy. Looking up the phone numbers on a person's phone is a worse crime than murder. More like looking up a person's internet history. You're one of those people, just like those cops who... he's ranting again! Thank you, Phoenix. I don't care, Mr. Wellington. All I want is for you to tell us what this list is about. You think any of you know what it's like to be a redefined man such as me? Your Honor, this is unjustified badgering of the witness. Objection overruled. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Why would the witness have the numbers of a certain group of con artists in his phone? Isn't that obvious? The witness is looking into the group, a victim of that group, a member of the group. Mr. Wellington is a member of this very group. No! All your friends' phone numbers are sorted right here on this phone. If anyone were to look into these phone numbers, it would be all over for you. That's why you had to kill. No, this is too much. That does make quite a bit of sense. Well, Mr. Wellington, would you care to explain? I got you now, boy. The police officer. Your Honor, what is it, Mr. Payne? Your Honor, this is an objectification badgering of the witness. He said the exact same thing only a few seconds ago. Please, let's think about the content of that cell phone call. Hello? Thank you, I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm so glad you called. We can meet up back and give this back. The defendant had already promised that she would return the phone. After that, Mr. Wellington had to do was meet Mr. Bird to get his phone back. But why then would he need to kill anyone? That's a valid point. Because she's like, oh, there's a police officer there. What does the defense think about this? Think about it logically, it makes sense. Maybe we should think outside the box. Yeah. If we think like that, let's see. Maybe the slime ball saw something at the crime scene that made him commit murder. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? Well, I don't think Mr. Wellington went to pick up his phone in a very friendly manner. But he was promised his phone, so why would he have been unfriendly to the defendant? I think he must have seen something that didn't agree with him when he got there. Well, Mr. Wright, what is this something that didn't agree with the witness? Oh shit, I didn't save. It was Dustin, right? Because the only thing that was there that he could have seen was him. Well, what Mr. Wellington saw was the victim. The victim? You mean Dustin Prince? Dustin Prince had gone on his date right after his shift was over. With no time to change, he went to the park still wearing his police uniform. Oh! The girl that picked up my phone is with a policeman. He couldn't have known they were going out, so he began to worry. He was afraid the policeman would ask a few questions before returning the phone. If I do anything suspicious, he might run a check on my phone. In his mind, it was possible they had already run a check on the phone. And he went into a panic. Is that what you're trying to say? Exactly. Officer Prince was murdered simply because he was in uniform. Mr. Payne, do you have any comments? I'm thinking. Seems the truth has come out at last. The witness, Mr. Wellington, are you... Impressive. Not bad for a person with a third-rate education. What's that supposed to mean? The evidence. This guy's really creeping me out. All you've been waving around is talking about that suspicious cell phone. Suspicious phone number this, suspicious con group that. They're all on that phone. But who's to say that phone's really mine? Where's your proof, your evidence? You want proof this phone is yours? Yeah, I already told you earlier. That phone I lost. I've already found it. You don't even have the slightest idea who the phone in your hand belongs to. But you can be sure it isn't mine, you simpleton. What? Oh, we're gonna play Russian roulette with phones? Is this what we're doing? It feels good to see you squirm. We do seem to have a problem on our hands with this phone. Whose phone is it? Without knowing that, it's meaningless as evidence. Your Honor! This is bad. I can't let him turn the tables on me like this. Cell phone. There has to be something I've overlooked. There's gotta be, maybe, sort the phone numbers, save again just to be safe. Sort the sorted numbers. This phone has the names and numbers of those in the con group in its memory. I can show them to you, Your Honor. I don't believe this. What are you talking about? What are you trying to determine is who the phone belongs to? Who cares what phone numbers are stored on it? Besides, who knows, maybe you went and added some of those numbers in yourself. Uh-oh. No. The fingerprints on the phone? I got it. We should check for fingerprints. Fingerprints? Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Wellington must have left some prints on this phone. Nick, don't you remember? When we got that from Maggie, you wiped it off. Oh no. What? You said there was sand all over it, so... Wiped it. I wiped it? Pretty thoroughly, too. Oh, so much fun watching third-rate trash babble like morons amongst themselves. He's made a complete recovery. How many times do I have to say this? My phone is right here, you see. Oh, and incidentally, you can't check the numbers stored on this phone. It must have glitched because all the numbers just magically disappeared. You've gotta be joking. He erased all the numbers he was going to use as evidence. Mr. Wellington. What's this? By the tone of your voice, it sounds like you still have some fight left in you. Where did you finally find yourself then? Oh, you are too much. And of course you have no idea what I'm talking about. Oh my... Now I remember! Phoenix. Huh? Looks like they hung up. Ah, good. I finally found it. So that's when. What's wrong, Mr. Attorney? Why the harsh glare in your eyes? Nick, we've worked so hard to get this far, but if you don't do something quick, he's going to get off scot-free. I know. I know this phone has to be his. But how am I supposed to prove something like that? Mr. Wright, if you cannot prove who the owner of that cell phone is, your indictment has no basis, and therefore no power. It looks like you came up a penny short. Where did I go wrong? Don't blame yourself. You're merely a third-rate lawyer. You only made one big mistake. Who are you? What are you? That's something you haven't figured out yourself yet. Who am I? The court hereby concludes the cross-examination. And that will be all. I'll have to bid you gentlemen and ladies goodbye. You didn't even acknowledge the ladies. I have a reservation at that ultra-fancy restaurant on the other side of town. Thank you for your assistance. You've had a stressful day, so please, bon appetit. What am I supposed to do? I can't just let him get away with that. I'm going to raise an objection. I feel like if I let him off scot-free, the whole trial is over. Raise an objection! Please wait, Your Honor. Alright, Nick. I think I might be able to prove it. Prove it? Prove what, Mr. Wright? Everything. Your Honor, the cross-examination has already ended. Besides, the defendant is just going to badger the witness with more insane questions. You will not harass the witness. Is that clear, Mr. Wright? Did you hear that? No harassment allowed, Mr. Attorney. Please, Your Honor. Very well, but this is your last chance, Mr. Wright. I know I just saved, but I'm saving again. I'm not risking anything. You may present one piece of evidence to the court. You only get one shot at this. If you cannot prove everything, it's over. For your clients and for you. Do you fully understand? Yes, Your Honor. I'm sure you are well aware, Your Honor, but the cross-examination period has ended. Were you paying attention, Mr. Payne? I said that Mr. Wright could present only one more piece of evidence. Oh. Now then, Mr. Wright, this is your last chance. It all comes down to this. It's go time. Ooh, 3 strikes. Please present that one piece of evidence that will explain everything. Oh boy. Alright, so we have my badge, cell phone, autopsy glasses. Those aren't needed. Crime photos aren't needed. Gloves not needed. My business card. I handwrote my cell phone number on the back. We have not used this one. Let's go for it. Why? Oh, thank you. How nice. Oh, here. Please, have one of mine. The judge's business card. It's written in fancy script. The ink is strong and clear, but I can't read it. Did anyone else actually ever even learn to read cursive or write cursive? I know this is random left field out of nowhere, but yeah, like, I don't know how to read cursive. Wait, what am I doing? This isn't time to exchange business cards. Your Honor, there is something very important about that card, and that's the back of the card. Phoenix froze mid blink. This card is important because of what's on the back. Huh? You wrote your cell phone number on the back, but that's it exactly. Can you please call this number from your cell phone? Huh? Right now? But court's still in session. It's okay, you'll see. Okay, if you say so. Is the defense preparing something, Mr. Wright? You're going to call my cell phone now. And then the court will see everything for what it is. Of course, the idiotic, stupid things to... Ah! What? Why is my phone? What is this stupid sounding ringtone? Mr. Wellington. How strange. I could almost swear that you're holding my phone. You're... Yeah! No. You can't. By the way, before I forget, thank you very much for the lump on my head this morning. I don't think I need to explain any further, except to say... when you went to retrieve the cell phone, you mistook the wrong one. Shock! Oh my god, he's choking himself blue! I have ascended. So that's what happened. You were knocked out by Mr. Wellington. He is a man who lives on his pride and self-image alone. And in order to hide his involvement with the con artist group, he has become paranoid and has lost all ability to make rational judgments. Then Mr. Wright, the phone you're holding is Mr. Wellington's, naturally. Speaking of that man, how is he, Mr. Payne? He was arrested and taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Now then, this court finds the defendant, Maggie Bird, not guilty. Woo! Yay, confetti! Maggie's innocent. That is all. Court is adjourned. September 8th, 2:16 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 1. I knew that the real you would shine through eventually. I'm so moved by what you've done for me, sir. Ow. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I feel really bad for Dustin. He didn't do anything to deserve this. It's all probably because of me. Huh? My whole life's been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. Your whole life? It can't be that bad, can it? Since I was 6 months old, when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building. I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, got sick from all sorts of foods, failed at almost every test I've taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster, and never won or even tied at a game of tic-tac-toe. My life's been really nothing but a string of disasters. That is pretty bad. Up until I went to college, I was known for the goddess of misfortune. And then, at the academy, everyone called me Lady Luckless. Who the H are your friends? This sounds terrible. Lady Luckless? What's worse is that my misfortune always seems to latch onto those around me. What do you mean? When I see someone in trouble, I always try to help. Ah, that's right. You were talking about this earlier. It happened again recently too, sir. There was an old lady pacing back and forth by the pedestrian crosswalk. I gave her my hand and before I knew it, we were having dinner at my house? Oh. I'm sure that Dustin's gone because of me. That's not true. That glove didn't even have any sort of special meaning. It was just a present to say thanks for covering one of my night shifts. Oh, I see. Everything's all my fault. Dustin's death, your head being all messed up. Well, I don't think my head is that messed up yet. I'm going to find a new life for myself starting now. Next time we meet, I'm sure I'll have found a whole ocean's worth of luck by then, sir. It's like he finds her in like the ocean itself, literally. It's like we found the defendant in the ocean. Do you know this person? And it's like, oh, I kind of do. Yeah, after all, the goddess of misfortune is only a name. You bet! I'm gonna make it, I promise. Next time we meet, I'll only be an unlucky person instead of a goddess. I'm gonna go from a god to a mortal. How about that, Greek mythology? Yeah, that's the spirit. Well, Mr. Wright, Maya, I should get going. Okay, good luck to you. Thanks. You take care of yourselves, too. And off she went, and as she was leaving, she tripped over her own shoes and fell on her face in front of the entire court. Well, what a horrible day. I've got my memory back, but things are still a little fuzzy. But you're okay, and that's what counts. You really had me worried. Come on, let's go back to the office. I'm afraid to ask, but here goes. So, this might sound bad and all, but who are you? What? I thought you said you got your memory back. Something about her seems familiar. What's her name? Amy? Is Amy your name? No. Kelly. Nope, not even close. Nope. Okay, what is your name? Asami? Nope, not even close. Nope. What is your name? I know it's Zelda. Zelda is your name. Nope, not even close either. No. All right. Well, shoot, I don't know who the hell you are. Well, I guess we're just strangers now. At that moment, everything really did come back to me. Detective Gumshoe! He's someone I've had clashes with in the past during certain cases, but he's also been a good ally during others. The Judge. He's a lovable, kind old man who is easily swayed by other people's opinions. But in the end, he always comes up with the right verdict. Mr. Payne. This person, I've got no clue. He seems to know me, but maybe he's mistaken me for someone else? And this girl, Maya? You finally remembered! My Faye, my assistant. That's right. I have so many unforgettable memories about her. For example... Shit, I can't think of any examples. Nick, what's wrong? He keeps staring at me. Don't tell me you missed me. Well, yeah, I suppose I have. I feel like I haven't seen you in ages. Oh? Well, I'm back now, so it's time for us to create new memories together. Alright, sounds good. All the phone numbers on my phone were erased by Mr. Wellington. I guess I have to start over from the very beginning. Come on, Nick, let's go to our usual burger joint. Okay. Actually, I haven't been that long since I came back, since she came back into my life. And that story's been on one rainy day. That story began on one rainy afternoon 2 months ago. And the end. Episode 1, The Lost Turnabout. Yay! Save your progress, yes please. Alright, so episode 6. This is where I'm going to obviously stop for today. We are almost at an hour. We're at 58 minutes. Alright, so thank you guys for joining me on this episode of Phoenix Wright, Justice for All. Hopefully I will be picking this game up again soon, either in the near future or probably again after this month. I don't know what's going to happen with my schedule in the next couple of months, but hey, it's something. So for tomorrow, quote unquote, for me, I'm going to figure out which game in my library I will play for Gamer Month, either for just like the LGBT theme, or again, maybe I'll pick up Phoenix Wright again if I can't find or don't feel like playing a certain game for Gamer Month for whatever reason. It's really just like I just picked this up just because I'm like I want to keep playing now. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you like this, leave a like. Click the kitty in the center of the video to subscribe to the channel. And if you like this, leave a like, share with a friend, either for Gamer Month or just because you like Phoenix Wright or they like Phoenix Wright. I'm Static Stardust, and I will see you on the next episode on this channel. Bye-bye!